Hi y'all, it's Shaky Hands Bunny back again with another junk journal. This one I call Spring Nouveau number 2. I made a number 1 a year or 2 ago. And this one is full of Art Nouveau art and flowers. And my dog is making noise. Just ignore him. And it's held together with this light pink silk, raw silk sash. As you can see, it's a hardcover, and the fabric is a pretty Art Nouveau pattern fabric. Has little legs. Pretty spring lady. Okay, let's look inside. Let me get my little helper to prop her up a little. Inside, we see a pocket on the inside cover with a journaling card, a slim one. All the journaling cards are blank on the back, so you can journal on them. And this is a greeting card, an authentic piece of ephemera, greeting card from 1921. Very pretty and delicate. And I have my About This Journal page to tell people how the journal can be used in case they're new to this sort of thing. The pretty full-page Art Nouveau flowers that I have are from Mrs. Cog's Crafts on Etsy. And that's throughout the book. Here we have a tuck with journaling cards. And a tag. All the tags are also blank on the back for journaling. And this is another piece of authentic ephemera. It's it's in French, so I'm not really sure what it is. But it's from 1920. Anyway, the pages, the blank pages are coffee dyed, and a lot of them are edged in pretty lace. This is the cover of a vintage music sheet at Dawning. And here's a piece of ledger paper, a little bit of stamping. This is a vintage piece of wallpaper. And this is a pretty sparkly bit of sari from India, and it's clamped onto a page out of Audubon's America 1940 edition. It's a vintage book page. And by the way, if I don't get done with this before this runs out, I will finish it up on a part 2, just a fair warning. Here we have a pocket with journaling cards, and this pocket is one that you can open and spread out and journal on it. A little extra journaling space. And it goes together very easily. A little cluster there. Here's some tea dyed or something green polka dot paper. And here's some vellum paper with a pretty flower on it. and blank page to journal on. I tried to leave plenty of room for journaling. In this tuck, more journaling cards. Here's an extra skinny one. And another one of those 1921 greeting cards. And it's got some writing on the back. Someone who sent it to a loved one. Here's a page out of a vintage children's book. Here is some vintage sheet music on which I have decoupaged a pretty napkin image. And this is a giant pocket, although it's open on the bottom because it's got so much in it I couldn't close it. But it's still a pocket, and inside are some goodies, like a giant journaling card. And here's a miniature notebook that you can write in. It's got miniature ephemera. And this is a love letter, an authentic, genuine love letter from 1927. It's very sweet. You'll enjoy reading that. Here's some more of the children's book page. Some more vellum. In this tuck, there's authentic vintage photograph. Some people enjoying their Nouveau spring, I'm sure. More journaling cards. Another tag. Alphonse Mucha is an artist featured a lot in this book. One of my favorites of the Art Nouveau era. More wallpaper. There's a little crochet flower. And this is a genuine photo postcard from looks like it's 1916. Very pretty, very authentic. And here we have more ledger paper, more music paper. Here's a pretty flower tuck with journaling cards. Excuse me. And a vintage envelope from 1910. There's nothing in it, but it has a nice little stamp and everything. And more ledger paper. Here's a little bag. In it is some miniature journal cards and a little miniature authentic vintage photograph. A little girl in a hat, so cute, in her spring finery. And here is another pocket. More journaling cards. And a tag. This one may look like it opens up too, but it doesn't. It's just there. And a little bit of folded pleated fabric there. This is a piece of handmade paper that's very soft. It's very tactile. Here's a page out of an old Betty Crocker cookbook. Probably 50s or 60s era, I'm not sure. There's a doily and another tuck with more journaling cards. And another piece of authentic ephemera from 1919. This is another French receipt. And that's the real thing also. More music, vintage music paper. In this tuck there's more journaling cards and a tag. And here's a vellum pocket that I made that has a pretty flower photograph inside. More Betty Crocker. More handmade paper. Cute daisies. Here's another vintage photograph. Fun with a cow. Not sure what they're doing with it, but looks like fun. Next is another tuck. I just love the Art Nouveau style so much. Tag. So pretty. There's another bag, and in it are a couple of journal cards. Here was another pretty sparkly piece of sari from India. Oops. Here's another one of those pockets that you can unfold and write in once you remove the pretty journaling cards and the vintage ephemera high class oil paintings postcard. High class. This is more vintage music paper, Grand March. Another page out of children's vintage book. In this tuck there's more pretty springtime cards and a tag. More wallpaper, more vellum. Another page out of the Audubon's America 1940 book. This is just clipped in here. It's just a little thing you can write more into, and I would have glued it to the page, but the back was so pretty I thought I'd make it a floating element instead, and you can move it around if you like. Here's another of those decoupage pages, accompanied with another big pocket. And in this one, let's not forget anything, another big journaling card, another miniature journaling book, and some vintage photographs of a dapper gentleman. Here is more of handmade paper made into an envelope, which is just clipped to a page and has a journaling card inside. You can glue it together and make it an envelope, or just leave it unglued and journal in it. More vellum. Excuse me. And here's some more journaling cards. Beautiful Alphonse Mucha and others. And a tag. And some pom-poms to cheer up your spring day. And that's on polka dot. Something dyed paper. I'm not sure what they used to dye it. Here's another crocheted flower. We might cut off soon. We'll see. More vintage sheet music in this pocket. Lovely lady. more Nouveau flowers. And this is another one of those vintage envelopes from, I think it's 1989. It doesn't have anything in it, but it's a nice old envelope. And it looks like my battery's dying. And it's a fresh new battery. So I might have to go to a part 2. Let's stop right here and I'll go to a part 2. Okay.